Yeah, I decided to go early. Why not? Well, because I'm on the huge show today from 3 to 6 p.m. I wanted to get this stream in before, so I am not late for the show today from 3 to 6. Local area, it's 96.1 FM. The Huge Show on ESPN, or you just search The Huge Show, and I'll be live today from 3 to 6 p.m. if you want more and more Lions content. That's why I'm going early. Wanted to get out of there. We got a Cy Gray in the building. What up, Doe? Kurt Kasprick. What up, Doe? We're going to be doing Detroit Lions news and rumors. As we all know, that's what we do here. We have a good time doing so. Let's just get into some quick information really quick. We're going to start with injuries here. Terrion Arnold, it's not serious. Jahmyr Gibbs, it's not serious. Ennis Rakestraw, it's not serious. Hendon Hooker practicing is going to play on Saturday. That's great news. Carlton Davis hamstring, it's not serious. A lot of not serious injuries, and that's great for the Lions. That's great for the Lions there. So, again, don't worry about the injury front as of right now. Yeah, folks are starting to get banged up, but they're not serious. They're dinged up type of thing, what's going on there. Many splendid afternoon to you as well as everybody out there for sure. What's up, Nine Drinks in the building? Appreciate you guys jumping in for sure. Other injury news in the NFC North, J.J. McCarthy out for the year after suffering a significant injury. That sucks for him as the NFC North continues. Thank you for that, Dragon fan Tim. Do you think that we should get another wide receiver? I think we will get another wide receiver. We're going to wait for cuts. I've been saying if somebody doesn't stick out, it's going to be probably Robert Woods if he gets cut from the Houston Texans. So, yes, I have absolute no problem them going that. The Lions waived Maurice Norris. Nothing significant there for sure. Standouts in camp, Jared Goff looking great as usual. Brian Branch looking amazing as usual. A lot of St. Brown, Jameson Williams, all looking good. We don't know at this point if the Lions are going to play some of their starters on Saturday. We don't know. I would expect, at least here's my thought. I think that the Lions should play some starters. I'd like to see Marcus Davenport out there because I want to see what he can do. But when it comes to like the St. Browns or the Jared Goffs of the world, I really don't need to see them in the preseason. I just don't. It's a 17-game season. It's long. Do you really want to put any sort of more bangs on these guys that are doing it all the time? Then you got the postseason. And remember, the Lions were late in the postseason last year, so they're not as rested as other players in the NFL world. We went on the AFC Championship game. The only two teams that have more is Kansas City and San Francisco. So the Lions is got to be very smart when it comes to giving some of these guys some rest. And I know you want these guys to be ready to go. There is no rust by week 1. But these guys have been doing it in training camp. I trust Jared Goff, St. Brown. I trust these guys not going to have rust. Right? Because they continue to dominate. It's what they've been doing, dominating. They just dominate. It has not changed yesterday. It hasn't changed in a long time. They just continue to do what they do, so we know what we have in those guys. That's just the bottom line. So when it comes to me and I look at the situation, I don't need to say Jared Goff. What do you guys think? Do you guys want to see Jared Goff on Saturday? Do you want to see St. Brown playing on Saturday? I personally don't need to see it. I don't think they'll have rust. I think they're good to go already. But let me see your thoughts in the comments below on this one because that's the way that I see it. But again, I'm not excluding all starters. I think, again, I'd like to see Marcus Davenport, Levi Muzurike out there. I'd like to see Jack Campbell get some more playing time. Obviously, if Terrion Arnold's dinged up or Ennis Rakestraw's dinged up, they don't need to play. I want them ready for week 1. But if they can't play, they do need the reps. Hendon Hooker, can't wait. I didn't think he would play on Saturday. He's going to be playing on Saturday. And Cy says, nope, they're good and proven. I agree with you. Hendon Hooker, I want to see him out there. I want to see him getting some reps. I want to see Jake Fromm getting some reps. I want to see Nate Sudfeld on the sideline holding a clipboard. That's not going to be the case because it is preseason. Everyone's saying Juju Smith-Schuster. I would be waiting for Robert Woods if he gets released over there from the Houston Texans or other wide receivers that could be available. Woods makes the most sense. He's already got a continuity, Jared Goff. I think it would be a situation of Josh Reynolds 2.0 with Robert Woods. I think that would be the smartest way to go if released. What should the Lions do for number 3 wide receiver? Kalif Raymond's your number 3. So number 4, I think that the Lions are going to battle it out again for this preseason game. But if no one sticks out, wait for cuts. I think that's the biggest thing that's going to be taking place, is just waiting for other teams to make cuts right there for wide receiver 4. And because no one's standing out, you got to do it. But again, a lot of this does go on the quarterback, and Sudfeld was so bad, it's really difficult to judge some of these guys. So we really cannot wait for live action with a different quarterback to see if someone can separate themselves. It's funny, they talk about someone's got to separate themselves. Well, you have Sudfeld as your quarterback. It's hard to do anything when he is so bad. It's hard to judge. It's irritating. Get rid of Sudfeld. He sucks. It's plain and simple. He brings nothing to the table. He's making it difficult for these wide receivers, and we can't judge it if you ain't got a competent quarterback. Give him the football. A 9-yard out route, and he misses them by 2 yards. Anybody can make that throw. It's unbelievable. It's absolutely crazy. Lions went following yesterday. Sudfeld never hit a pin. Yeah, Sudfeld is the definition of 7-10 split. That's what he is. If you think of him, it's a 7-10 split. Again, folks, I'm going to be live on the Huge Show from 3 to 6 p.m. today. That's why I'm going live a little bit early right now, so that I can get everything out. We're going to still do the mailbag segment and all that lovely stuff here in about 15 minutes, and we'll get after it. But we're just talking about right now updates from training camp and winners. Let me get the roster really quick, and we're going to go through each player, and I'm just going to give you my winners and losers for each player right now. And let me get this thing up. Got to be able to see it really quick. And we're going to go through each player. I'm just going to say up or down. That's what I'm going to do here. Let me get to the teams who I think is going up or down. Let's get after it. We're going to start at the quarterback position. Jared Goff, up. Sudfeld, down. Hendon Hooker, up. Jake Fromm, we don't know yet. It's a nothing right there. So up, down, even. David Montgomery, up. Jahmyr Gibbs, he's dealing with the hamstring, but he's great, up. Craig Reynolds, up. Sione Vaki, up. Lions are great at running back. Don't have an issue right there. They're good. Wide receivers, Amon-Ra St. Brown, up. Jameson Williams, up. Kalif Raymond, equal. We know what he brings. Donovan Peoples-Jones, he's had good, he's had bad moments. Tre'Quan Smith, down. I've not even heard of him. Does he exist? I want to know in the comment section, does he exist? Tom Kennedy. It's Tom Kennedy. He's not making the team. Daurice Fountain, I'm going to say down right now. He's got to prove it on Saturday. The guy who I've been talking about has got to prove it. Isaiah Williams significantly up. Maurice Alexander down. He's not making the roster. Kaden Davis up. Jalon Calhoun up. Antoine Green is IR'd. There you go from that position. Let's get into the tight ends. Sam LaPorta, he's always going to be up. He's dealing with an injury. Brock Wright, normal. We know we have in him. He's exactly that. Shane Zylstra up. James Mitchell down. Left tackle Taylor Decker, always good. Fine, up. Dan Skipper, we know we got them equal. Giovanni Manu, down. Project player. So we need to look at tackle, right? That's a position I think we should look at. Graham Glasgow, great. Kyoto Wuska, just fine. Duke Clemens, who? Natane Muti, IR. Not bad. I think the Lions are fine at the guard position, even the backup guards. It's more the tackles. Frank Ragnow. Michael Neese, who? Kingsley Iguikin, okay. Hudson, you're not making the roster. So not bad there from center, and you got to understand Graham Glasgow is going to be the backup. Kevin Zeitler, perfectly fine. Mahogany, up. Yay, he's going up all the way up because he's back from being sick. Huge shout out to Christian Mahogany. Jake Burton, who? Penei Sewell up. Colby Sorsdale down. Again, we're talking about the tackle position. He's got to prove it. It's a big game for him on Saturday. Jamarco Jones, who? Connor Galvin, IR'd. Aiden Hutchinson significantly up. We're seeing him taking elite status this year. Aleem McNeil up. Always great. DJ Reader down because he's been out. Marcus Davenport, we don't know anything on him. That's why we want to see him on Saturday. James Houston, I'm going to just say we don't know. Question mark. Kyle Pico up. Levi Uzurike trending significantly up. Josh Pascal trending down. We haven't heard anything from him. That's a down. He's got to make... This is year 3 for Joshua Pascal. This is it for him. If he still doesn't do anything this year, that's been 3 years of nothing. Mitchell Good, I would say right now down a little bit. There was more hype in practice, but didn't show anything that much. Game day, Broderick Martin, up. Makai Wingo, up. Isaac Ukwu, up. The Lions' defensive interior, the defensive tackle position, is really good. It could be, I think it's the strength of their team at this point, the interior. Aleem McNeil, DJ Reader, Kyle Pico, Levi Uzurike, Broderick Martin, Makai Wingo. That is a ridiculous talent at DT. A ridiculous amount of talent. Lions are very good at the depth at the defensive tackle position. Matthew Betts down. Chris Smith, Pat O getting cut. John Kaminsky out due to injury. Jack Campbell, he's got to show himself. I want to see a lot of him on Saturday. He's got to go out there and prove it at the mic. We hear that he's making great plays, but he's also making some mistakes. Alex Anzalone, starter up. Derek Barnes, starter always up. Malik Jefferson up. Somebody that stood out significantly in the first game of preseason. We're going to watch him. Malcolm Rodriguez is Malcolm Rodriguez. We kind of know we have him with him, so all equal. Ben Neiman, okay. We'll just go okay. Jalen Reeves-Maybin up. Abram Bluepen cut. Khalil Dorsey up. CJ Moore, I would say equal, but down because everyone else is starting to produce. Brian Branch significantly up, taking a significant advantage. Carlton Davis, I would say equal. Ennis Rakestraw, up. Afutu Melifonwu, normal. We know exactly what we have with him. Kirby Joseph is Kirby Joseph. Brandon Joseph, huge up. This guy's making the roster, and he continues to make noise with turnovers. Terrion Arnold, injury. We know he's got there, though, so I'm going to say up. Kendall Vildor, up. He had a great practice yesterday. Stephen Gilmore, up. It's going to be hard with these corner positions. Amik Robertson, significantly up. Emmanuel Mosley is injured. Jake Bates, up. Even though he missed an extra point yesterday, he is up. Jack Fox, great. Jack Fox, always great. Kalif Raymond, great. Craig Reynolds, great. Donovan Peoples-Jones is a punt kick returner, Khalil Dorsey, up. So that's my list right now in the comments that I got going on there. Kept to the lines as a backup. Colin Kaepernick is not going to be a backup quarterback. How long has he been out? He is not going to be playing quarterback. It's not happening. We're still going to get message 10 years from now. Is he going to be a quarterback? 20 years from now. He's not going to be playing in the NFL as a quarterback. Let's see. Yeah, been a while since we've had this much depth for sure. Yeah, for sure. And then we still got some issues, right? Wide receiver depth, tackle, offensive tackle depth, edge depth. That's really it. I think that the depth is really good all around. We're going to be talking about that on the Huge Show today. I guarantee he's going to talk to me about wide receivers, talk about quarterbacks, Jake from State Farm. We're going to be talking about a lot of that. So, again, we're going to be live for the Huge Show. And that is the bottom line because Mike Rowe said so. Let's go ahead and get this thing going on here, folks. Let me get my setup for you really, really quickly and be good to go right hither. All right. Let's get this thing started. Folks, we're doing the mailbag segment here. We got questions that's coming our way, and I'm going to try to answer them for you. So if you got questions that want to be answered, time now to do so. It's the mailbag segment. So throw me questions. I'm going to look at it, give you my answer. Any question you want, that is what it's all about. And before you guys throw in questions, as I'm going to be waiting for it right now, I'll do a question to myself, and we'll have the conversation going. Should the Detroit Lions look to trade for edge rusher, / whatever you want to call him, player of Haason Reddick of the New York Jets? First off, he was traded from the Philadelphia Eagles to the Jets this offseason, and guess what? He demanded a trade for the Jets. Why? Because he's not getting paid. Rumor is around $24 million that he wants a year. So should the Detroit Lions trade for Haason Reddick? What do you think it would take to get him? I don't think that the Lions are going to do it at this point. I don't believe so because of the money. I think they will not do that. That's just that's my personal opinion here. So I'm going to say I don't believe they trade for Haason Reddick. I do not believe so. We got another question here, and I sent it. Let me see if I can get this thing. It's doing a bottom right. No, we got to do the big one. The big comment. Okay, we're going to trend it here again. Question sent to me here. What do you think of the Judon trade? 3rd round pick to Atlanta Falcons. I wasn't too high on getting Matthew Judon anyways, so I'm fine with it. It is what it is. If I missed your question, throw it in the comment section again. And here we go with the live stream. Yes, we are live streaming it. Let's see. What do you think of Ukwu? I want to see more from him, Bo Booth. So I'm watching him for Saturday. So far, so good. But if he's going to make the roster, he's got to really impress because there's a lot of veterans on this team. So I don't care where somebody is drafted, undrafted at all. I just prefer what they produce. So I just want to see more from him on Saturday. So I'm excited to watch that. When do you see the Raiders starting the defensive line? I was thinking week 1, but it could go into a couple weeks after that. So, look, we just really need him for the playoffs and the postseason. So, wait till he's 100% ready. But maybe, I was thinking week 1. I'm going to say maybe push it to week 4. That's what I'm going there. Let's see, next question here. Go Lions. Any undrafted free agent you like so far? Any undrafted that needs improvement? First off, my player I like is Isaiah Williams, undrafted. In the comment section right now, who is your favorite undrafted player? I like what I saw from Isaiah Williams right now. Look, he made the best of the situation of this past preseason game. With that said, it was against the Scrubs. So maybe give him a level up. Put him in with the 2s on Saturday. See what he can do right there. Mitchell Agood, I like him. Now, he's not this year's, last year's undrafted. I like so far what I've seen. I want to see him more, though, on game day. I want to see what he can do on the field out there. So those are some of the guys that I am looking for. Miss Karen P. Porter, if I missed your question again, repost it. My special question to Mike Kimber, I am definitely wondering if Detroit Lions will be using their starters against Kansas City Chiefs. Miss Karen Porter, I don't know the situation of that right now. I have not heard either way. Don't know. If they do starters, I would say just one series. But right now, I honestly don't know. I don't know. So I wish I had an answer for you. This one, we may have to wait till nearly game day. Again, if you want a question answered, put hashtag in front of there. Hashtag Lions. I can see it. I can then read it. Hashtag, hashtag, hashtag. It really helps me out. What are you saying? The New York Giants are in the oldest team in history. I want to talk about the Giants here. Let's see. Who do you like as RB3? Everybody knows I love Craig Reynolds, but I'm taking Sione Vaki. I think he has more of an upside. Either way, doesn't really matter. I like all 4 running backs, but I will take Vaki at this point. What are your thoughts on Arnold and Rakestraw from the first game? Awesome. I think Rakestraw really impressed me, probably the most, because he's improved so much in training camp. Every game, every practice is getting better. Terry Arnold, we expect greatness pretty quickly. I wasn't expecting greatness this early, and so he's looking really good. So I'm very proud. He's excelling faster than I thought he was, and that's a testament to his learning capability. Already answered that question. If you had to pick an area of regression from last year, what would you say? I'm going to say it's wide receiver 3. I really liked Josh Reynolds last year. I was a big proponent of bringing him back. And right now we're having issues right there. What's up, Don the Goat Burr? Should I eat a Hot Pocket or Tubby's sub? Sub. Go with the sub, bruh. And if you like to sub, you can do that to this channel as well. Subscribe to the channel. But most importantly, we've got 131 in the chat. Let's get to 50 likes right now. 23 likes away from 50. If we get to 100, we'll do an ultra combo. Smash that like button. Again, if I missed your question, just repost it. I'm not being a prick. Biggest threat to the Detroit Lions in the NFC North, I'm going to go ahead and say the Green Bay Packers. In the NFC, San Francisco. Dark horse, Atlanta Falcons. They're a dark horse team. I've been saying it all off season. They're dark horse. Let's see. Lions, who are you looking for to perform against the Chiefs? Jake Bates, Sione Vaki, Hendon Hooker, Jake Fromm. If Marcus Davenport's out there, I'd like to see him. I really want to look at him. Jack Campbell. And it's hard. I'd say the backup offensive line. The backup offensive line. That's what I'm really, really looking forward to. Will Jake Bates be the kicker? Well, he's the only kicker that we got so far, so I'm going to go with yes. I mean, could they pick somebody up? They could, but I'm just so with it right now, yes. Yes, you cannot trade an injured player. That is 100% correct. Let's see, prediction for Hutch's sack count this year. I'm going to go with above 15. That's what I have right now, 15. And we're 14 likes away from 50, 14 away. Will Jake Bates be our kicker this season? Toy Soldiers, I just said I do believe he's going to be the kicker at this point because we haven't got anybody else. What are your thoughts on Caleb Williams' debut? Will he pose a threat to the Lions' defense? Well, he's a dual-threat quarterback in which the Lions have had issues in that area. I don't think he's a better dual threat, though, than Justin Fields. I think Justin Fields is way better in his mobility, but I think Caleb Williams is way better as passing the football. So they both bring dimensions to this team. I think they're going to be Caleb Williams is going to have really good games. He's going to have some games, going to make rookie mistakes. That's going to the type of year he's going to have. But this year, is he a threat? I think they're going to get like 9 wins. So that's a threat. I don't think the Lions are going to sweep the Chicago Bears. I don't think the Lions sweep the Packers. I just don't. I think the Lions will sweep the Vikings. I think the Vikings are in a world of hurt. And Addison just got hurt. They lost J.J. McCarthy. Sam Darnold's going to be their quarterback one. But I think those other two teams are good. Do you love seeing Jets in the Cowgirls drama like I do? Yes, I do, because, these organizations, they're not thinking. They're just making moves, and they're not thinking about it. You're going to trade for Hassan Reddick, but Hassan Reddick wanted a deal when he got traded, and they decided not to do a deal. That's a dumb decision. That's terrible. You're going to trade for a guy who wants a contract, and then you don't give him one. That is dumb, right? And then you see what the Cowboys over the Cowgirls, like you say it, CeeDee Lamb situation. Jera. You got Micah Parsons. There's a lot of issues. Do you think Gibbs gets 1,000 rushing and receiving? I say 1,000 rushing, not receiving. That's a lot. To expect him to get 1,000 receiving, that's quite difficult. I'll go with maybe like 400 to 500 yards receiving, but double thousand. Just there's only so many balls that can go around. What's up, Mike? Do you think that Levi will be a starter? Right now it's going to be DJ Reader's on the depth chart as a starter, but I don't think he's going to start week 1. So yeah, I give Levi and Uzurike, but when DJ Reader's back, it would be the opposite. But right now, yes. Let's see. Besides Goff, who is the one injury that would hurt our season the most? Oh man, I think if you lost Taylor Decker or Penei Sewell, that would hurt the Lions. We're built in the offensive line. That'd be devastating at this point. I truly think so. I want to have a bet with Kimber. You say north of 15. I say 15 or less for Hutch. Dinner bet, and you wear a costume, Rocked On t-shirt. Hey, love it, brother. Hey, we got to get you on here too, Rocked On. Will Rock, subscribe to Rocked On Detroit Lions. My man over there is doing some big things. Take the bet for sure. Look, I love this, and I think it's first off, dude, I'll wear your shirt without the bet. If you send me a shirt or whatever, I'll put it on. I'll wear it. I got Lions Nation night shirt on, so if you want to do that, for sure, I'll do a bet. Dinner for show. I don't know where you live, man. I live in West Michigan, but maybe if I go up to Detroit for a game, we can meet up, have a meal. I'll buy for show. I have no problem with that, especially if I lose. Definitely would do that. So let me know, brother. DM me up on Twitter. We can make it work. And I could go on your stuff too. I am not a morning person. That's why I'm not. I get up. Maybe we can record something the day before or something if you want to. But for sure, brother. For sure. Let's see. Most important regular season game of this season. It has to be San Francisco, right? San Francisco and Detroit are going to be battling out for the #1 seed. You need to win that game so you hold the tiebreaker. Then that's huge. That's absolutely huge, right? So we got to win that tiebreaker. Let's see. Are you going to doing a live game stream Saturday? Yes, sir. I do every single game unless I am at the game, but I'm trying to. Oh, Gun Lake. Yeah, Gun Lake. Oh, for sure. Okay. Maybe it'd be cool, bro. Hey. See if we can get in Gun Lake, and I'm sponsored by Soaring Eagle, but if you get sponsored by Gun Lake, we could do like a dual live stream there. That would be epic. That would be fun. But yeah, I stream all the games unless I'm at the game, and I'm working on right now to see if I can stream at the game with Herm at Ford Field. That's what I'm trying to do. That's quite difficult though because the PR is there's a lot of issues there. See, are you comfortable with our opposite pass rush of Hutch? Has there been any positive feedback on bets? Cy Gray, what's up, brother? I'm still concerned about the opposite of edge. I am concerned. I haven't seen, we hear about Marcus Davenport. I'd like to see it, right? But I am concerned, right? The depth there, I was concerned last year. I'm concerned this year. It's still the same questions. The wide receiver, I call it wide receiver 4. I know they say 3, but I say 4. So with that, the depth at edge and anything that Sudfeld is around, I'm very uncomfortable with him. Sounds good, brother. Reach out. Sione Vaki getting regular season carries. Yes, he will. Yes, he's going to get regular season carries. I'm not say it's going to be not going to say it's going to be a lot, but he will get some carries this year just because he's good. And he's going to be on special teams. I would suspect he's probably going to be one of the main guys doing that with the new special teams rule. And how jukey he is, I think that would be perfect for him too, right? Because now it's almost like a glorified running back that you're doing these weird kick returns that they got going on now in the landing zone. Sounds like we're in an airport. But, yeah, I think for sure. You just ordered your Sudfeld jersey. My God, James, when you send me a picture of this, and I will post it on here, bruh. You wearing a Sudfeld jersey, I would laugh my A off. You have got to do it. Sounds good, bro. Can't wait, man. Cannot wait. I know your buddy reached out to me, too, on Facebook. And so, yeah, anytime, man, just hit me up. Facebook or Twitter DM. I think I'm following you on Twitter. You have to follow me back, though, for the DMs. Let's see. Let me see. I don't even know, man. Let's see. Will Rock. So, oh, there. You're following now, man. So, yeah, just DM me, brother, and we will get that thing going. Steve Likett says, hello, Mike. Do you think that Jake Fromm will stick around? Heineke, Tannehill? Probably not. I really don't think he's going to stick around. No. I think he's holding this down for preseason purposes. That's what I believe. That's my personal belief on this one, is he's holding it down for that. Random prediction for a player that the Lions could reasonably pick up at the trade deadline this year. Well, we don't know what teams really is going to be buyers nor sellers at this point, so it's really, really hard. It is. I mean, we have to wait till we're getting close to the trade deadline to know this. Just because you think a team's going to be bad doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be bad. There's teams that you think are going to be good that are going to be bad, so I don't know. That is impossible for me to say right now. And making a trade deadline trade, Lions generally are not extremely aggressive. Like Donovan Peoples-Jones, we traded for him, was a 6th-round pick. Okay, they didn't do a Montez Sweat, a 2nd-round pick trade. They didn't do a Chase Young. I think he was a 3rd-round pick. I can't remember. So it's really impossible for me to predict something like that. Now, if you're talking about players who get released from teams, And that's going to be really intriguing because there's going to be some veterans that's released that the Lions could pick up. There's going to be players that get placed on the waiver wire, and unfortunately the Lions are going to be at the very end of the waiver wire on that. Robert Woods is someone that I've been saying if he's released, that makes great sense for Detroit. Or the Lions could, if he's going to get released, the Lions trade a conditional 7th-round pick or something like that, right, to get a guy. So if I were to say, I know what they're going to do, I'm BS. That would be BS and lying to you. I have zero knowledge of that, and I have no reason to just say something just to say something. Let's see, random prediction for a player. I did that one. Which rookie has a better season, Racer or Arnold? Oh, Terrion Arnold's going to have. He's going to be on the field, unless he's injured. He's going to be in the field the whole time, basically. So it's going to be Terrion Arnold. Ennis Raker, again's a backup. He's not a starter. And Amik Robertson is playing amazing, right? And he's a nickel. And then you got Carlton Davis to be the outside. So I'm going to go there. But make no mistake about it, I love Raker. He's higher, right? He's in a position that I thought he's doing much better than I predicted. And that's all you can ask for, right? That's what's awfully. I'd love to meet you, Mike, on day 1 at Ford Field regular season game. Hey, I'm trying to. So that's what we're working on right now. But you got to understand it's quite difficult to be able to stream or something from a game or to be on the sidelines of that nature. You need more hookups than I don't have. I got my guy Herman Moore. But he doesn't work for the Lions organization, folks. He doesn't. He's an alumni, but he's not like he's a Lomas Brown that works for the Lions, right? Or he's not a Barry Sanders or a Calvin Johnson that works. He is great, but he likes to be separate from the organization so he can be unbiased when he's talking about the Lions because he doesn't want to be biased. It looks like Hooker is playing on Saturday, and I truly hope that he does. I think that's awesome, man. I would love to see him out there. Again, get those likes up. Let's get to 100 likes. We are close there. We are close. 46 away from that big old number of 100. We'll do an ultra combo. Did Fromm get picked up because of Hooker injury or Sudfeld looking hot garbage? I think both. I think it's a mixture of both. Injury to Hendon Hooker and Nate Sudfeld is absolutely hot garbage. I was listening to to Dan Campbell after the game, and when he talked about some of the plays that Sudfeld did in decision-making, he looked befuddled. He looked like, I just couldn't believe he made this, because we all were. I was looking at it, now why did he just throw this football into triple coverage away from the receiver that was completely off, underthrown? When he was rolling out, and these are decisions that high school quarterbacks could be better at. It was stunning for me to see that. And Dan Campbell is stunned as well. I think he was really stunned. And so I believe that Jake Fromm was come here with Hendon Hooker intentions and because Sudfeld blows. Look, I don't care what you do in practice. A quarterback has a red shirt on. That means do not hit me. So he can stand in the pocket in practice and just be patient, right? Because he's not worrying about getting hit. But in a regular season game, look how panicked he was in the pocket. He looked like a passenger who's been on an airplane going through turbulence who is scared of heights. He looked panicked in the pocket. It was crazy. You can see and you got Hendon Hooker is just really calm, and you got Sudfeld. Like, dude, calm down. But look, some people just can't handle the spotlight. It is what it is. He is one of those guys. He's been in the league for, 7, 8 years? He's 30 years old. He has a total of 188 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions in in your decade of being in the NFL. That shows you he just can't be on the field. It just can't be. I don't care about practice. You don't get hit in practice. You get hit in the NFL game. Looks like the Steelers have a trade in place for Ayuk, but San Francisco wants to keep him. Judon to Atlanta and Lawson to the I don't know what's going on with the 49ers, man. This is a weird situation with Brandon Ayuk. He's leaving. He's staying. He's leaving. He's staying. It reminded me of Brett Favre. I'm retiring. I'm unretiring. I'm retiring. I'm unretired. Make a decision, fellas. Make a decision. That's why I love the Lions organization. Right now, We are so well ran, we don't have weird crap like that taking place. It's awesome to see it. I'm glad we're not part of this organization that has, oh yeah. Let's see. Seems Amari hates Cleveland. What would you do for a blockbuster trade for him? I don't even know. Well, first off, Amari Cooper, it wouldn't be a blockbuster trade. Yeah, he's a name. Right now, he's a big name. Amari Cooper, but he's older. Would I trade for him? Look, it depends what Cleveland want to get. If they just wanted to get rid of him, boy, oh boy, I mean, he would be a hell of a number 4 wide receiver. He would be number 3 probably. He'd jump Kalif Raymond. But the problem is here, and I know, like, we talk about this wide receiver roles. There's so many balls can go around, folks, on offense. You have 5 offensive linemen, generally speaking, right? A quarterback. That's 6 players. You only got 5 players left to put on the field. You're going to have St. Brown. You're going to have Jameson Williams. That leaves you with 3. You're going to have a running back. That's a David Montgomery. And if you wanted to put Jahmyr Gibbs in there, as a wide receiver, okay, that's leaving you with basically another wide receiver. Or if you're wanting to go just having one running back out there, you have a Jahmyr Gibbs, then you got Kalif Raymond. So you just got one other spot left. Of course, it could be Sam LaPorta, right? So there's just so if you're to make a trade, this player's not going to probably get the amount of time that they want to get, right? They probably want to be on the field more. It's just not going to happen with the Lions. They have so much talent. It's hard to do so. And so that's why I think that's another reason why the Lions don't trade for some of these players. They know these players want to be in a better position, right? They want to be, maybe I want to be the guy at wide receiver. Well, you're not going to get that in Detroit. We already got 2 guys. Well, I want to be the running back. Well, you're not going to do that. We already got 2-3 guys. Yeah, well, I want to be the tight end. You're not going to do that. We got a Sam LaPorta and Brock Wright. We paid a decent, reasonable amount to. So it's really impossible. Dude, hey, Rocked On. You know what would be hilarious? We all, you and I, we get a Dudfield jersey, and every time the Lions lose, we got to wear that song B. That would be funny, man. Dun, 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 dun. Got to wear my Dudfield jersey. That would be hilarious. Yeah, man, that sucks for J.J. McCarthy. And I tell you what, I do not root for any injuries on any team. I don't want that karma happen to me, right? So if I were, yay, celebrate J.J. McCarthy's done for the year. Yeah, then my quarterback, that's bad karma toward Jared Goff or something. So I don't wish anything. And plus, he won a championship, right? He is loved in the Michigan area. So I wish him the best, man. Recover, J.J. Even though you're on a team that we go against, I have no hate for you. Sit back and learn. What is Herman Moore saying about this season? Is he hyped or unsure that he could be Austin again? He's very hyped. He's just like me. So he thinks that the Lions can go to a Super Bowl. 100% factual. He does believe that the Lions go to the Super Bowl. And it's just a matter of time before he's on LNU because the season's about to be here. Again, put in the comments questions. Do you think that Sorsdale plays backup guard or tackle? He's playing tackle right now. So that's where we need to watch him too because we got Dan Skipper. We need to see what Sorsdale can do. We need to have this backup locked in. Okay, we got to do that. Let's get to 100 likes. We got 183 in the building. Smash that like button. Again, I am going to be on the huge show, ESPN Radio today, 96.1 FM from 3 to 6 p.m. If you are not in the West Michigan area, go ahead and just search the huge show. It's live. I'll be on there. Or you just put 96.1 FM, ESPN Radio, talking Detroit Lions. What's up, Dan from Lions Talk Live? My man Dan, make sure you subscribe to Lions Talk Live over there. Brother from another mother. Okay, so make sure you subscribe to Lions Talk Live. Dan doing his thing in the morning. He's a morning guy. You and Rocked On are morning guys. If I don't know how y'all do it, I am not. More power to the both of you. More power to the both of you. Do you think that Hooker plays the first quarter Saturday, or will Sudfeld and Fromm get the first 2 quarters? I don't know, Shift, but because I haven't heard anything. But I must say, I want to see Hooker, and I want to see Hooker and Fromm. I really don't want to see Sudfeld. I just don't. I don't care about Sudfeld. I just don't. And I know that sounds mean, but I want these wide receivers. And I tell you what, Rocked On said it best. I listened to him multiple times, and he's 100% correct. 100% correct. And the chef. Okay. These wide receivers got to be evaluated, and Sudfeld cannot get the ball to these receivers. He is extremely inaccurate, and when you can't get the ball to these receivers, we can't evaluate them. And ultimately, these receivers are getting punished for that. They want to be evaluated. They want to make plays. They want to make the team. Okay? And when you can't, when you have a quarterback that's not giving them football, it's not doing this team any good. So put other people in there. It's simple as that. It's simple as that. Now, I was talking on LNU on Tuesday, and someone brought up we need Jared Goff in there to help these receivers, get judged. I think first off, when you have to say that, that's terrible, right? It shouldn't have to be Jared Goff or bust to hold the fort down. You should have backups that are reliable, right? And if Sudfeld cannot get wide receivers the ball, why is he on this team? It's pointless. So I don't want to see. I have no reason to see him. I'm sure he's going to out there and get a lot of opportunity, but I have zero interest. Who do you think steps at wide receiver for? My God, it's so hard to judge. I'll go with Daurice Fountain. I've been saying he's the guy. I think you got to step up on game day. He's done well in practice. What about game day? So, you know what? Can I take option C? I'm going to say Robert Woods will be your wide receiver 4. I'm going to go on the limb right now. Robert Woods is going to be your number 4 wide receiver. Watch for him to get cut. Simple as that from the Texans. That's my option. The Bears. F the Bears. With Motor City Dan Campbell saying Hooker needing reps. How many quarters does he play? No more Dudfield, please. I hope he plays 2, Brent. I would like to see him play 2. Get him the first half. Look, Dudfield had the first half. Give Hendon Hooker the first half of this game on Saturday. The whole first half, Hendon Hooker. Do it. He needs the reps. Let's see what the level of competition up for him. Give him the first quarter of this game. Or first half of this game on Saturday. That's what I'd like to see. I'm vanilla, babe. Let's see. How vanilla is our offense and defense in preseason? Extremely vanilla. Extremely vanilla. And even the Giants' offense was vanilla. The delayed handoff, I think they did it 10 times in the game. So it's extremely vanilla, and that's the way it should be. We don't need no trick plays. We don't need to do any of that. There's zero reason to do that. Absolute zero. Don't scheme on preseason. Why? Right? Don't do it. I don't need to see trick plays. It doesn't matter. I want to see evaluation of talent. That's what I want to see. I understand Sudfeld didn't perform well, but we got to remember that we are playing in a pretty nasty storm. Dylan, he's been on this team for 2.5 years. Nothing has changed since he's been in preseason. Nothing. It's been the exact same. And his whole career has been the exact same. What we saw on Thursday is exactly what we've been seeing for years with Sudfeld. There's nothing there. Maybe he's good in practice, but he's terrible in the field. This is nothing new. This was not just a game. This is what he's been doing forever. It's just and when you cannot do a 9-yard out route and get the football within 2 yards, I don't care if it's stormy or raining. 9 yards is not it's not a big pass. It's just not. Lions Forum. He played quarterback in college. He could do that. Okay? And I think he was at D3 school, right? So he could do that. You guys could do that. I literally was talking to my girlfriend's kids, 15-year-old, and I said she could pass that pass. I played football with her 8-year-old daughter who passed better passes. It was absolutely stunning, and that's why you seen Dan Campbell it was just mind-boggling, because it's true. It was mind-boggling. What about Isaiah Williams? Yes. That's who I'm watching too, Dave Smith. Look, he's trying to do everything he can to make this roster, and like I stated before, I don't care where you've been drafted. If you're on this team, you perform well, you're doing good. If you're on this team and you don't perform well, I don't care. He's undrafted. I do not care that he's undrafted. If he can perform, and here he performed. This was the back end of the roster for the Giants. Cool. It showed promise. Now let's put him with the twos. on Saturday, right? See what he can do with the twos. Or give him a little bit with Hendon Hooker. See what they can cook up a little bit. If he's still doing excellent route running like he did, love it. Love it. Yeah, I like Robert Woods too, but the thing, Shift, we have to give up 0. He probably going to get cut. That's the thing. He may get cut. That's why I keep saying it. Like, there is no need to trade. He's probably going to get cut. Or if you're just wanting to do a conditional 7th round pick, right? I'll give you a conditional 7th round pick, or we'll do a player swap or something like that. Sometimes a lot of teams do that at the back end of the roster when they know they're not making if they know that, okay, Robert Woods, the Texans know he's not making the roster. Lizo is not making the roster. Okay, we'll do a player swap. Well, I need this for that. Now, it doesn't happen much, but you can. Conditional 7th round pick, or we're just going to outright release him. It's not going to cost much at all. It may not cost anything. No, it's not shortened, and it's going to stay the same. Let's get 21 more likes, folks. Let's get to 100 likes. I'll do the Ultra Combo for you folks. I appreciate everybody hanging out. I started at a different time. Maybe I'll do it a little bit more. Let's see. Does Woods have to go through the waiver wire? I believe so. Maybe. I don't know. I'd have to look at the rules. I know he's a veteran. I know it's different for veterans, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Maybe somebody else can tell. Hunter Renfrow would be a great option at wide receiver. I'm kind of shocked he's still on the market, too. He is on the market. The problem, though, is he's kind of like the Isaiah Williams type. He's kind of the Kalif Raymond type, Amon-Ra St. Brown type. Maybe they're looking for a taller receiver, more of an outside guy, but you're right. He's on the market, and I don't know, maybe he's waiting. Maybe some of these guys, too, by the way, are waiting for injuries. They're betting on themselves a little bit that they can probably get a better deal than veteran minimum, so they could be waiting on injuries. So it may not just be the teams. It could be the players themselves. Always say that. I agree with you, Joe Schmo. Wide receiver 4 is more of injuries. I 100% agree. I agree with you fully right there. Absolutely. But again, we have injuries, right? There's going to be injuries. There's going to be different formations. So so it is important, right? Because we know we're going to have injuries. Injuries happen every year. St. Brown missed a game last year, right? Jameson Williams was suspended. He missed games. Kalif Raymond missed games due to injury. So, I mean, it's going to happen. So you want to have the wide receiver. How tall is Mechie? I don't know. Don't know that one. Don't know his length. Folks, we have been on for about an hour, and I got to get ready to go to the show. So I appreciate everybody hanging out for the day and having a good time. With that said, folks, adios.
Searching for greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless, a sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day